now. What do you think are the changes, the lasting changes that you believe will stay on after the pandemic? Maybe if you could continue, Thomas, what do you think will be a lasting change that this pandemic has caused and will stay on in our business?
Well, first of all, something for sure is that social distancing will remain, of course. And companies will have to look at new ways to do business. There's no chance that we're going to go back pre-COVID situation. And businesses will definitely have to look at things like, for example, into more electronic, automated way of doing business. Like our economy is shortage of manpower, and automation, employing AI, employing sensors, IoT, big data. This is something which is already happening. And whether there are economies who says that the recovery will come in like a K-shaped recovery situation, where you have very unbalanced kind of focus. Certain economy will look at more moving faster than the other. Now, the reality is that today we really see a lot of capacity issues because the carriers are making changes. The rates are going like you've never seen before. It's unbelievable. And even if you pay the kind of rates, you don't get the space, actually. I think many of us face this similar situation. So what's going to happen? Well, I think a lot of collaboration is necessary. That's why the network like this, CLN, I think the collaboration will become more intense because we got to work together. Yeah, no man's an island. So I see moving forward, more and more intense collaboration will be one of the more important things. And the knowledge base as well as evidence based kind of business will thrive better than the other.
All right. Raj, what are your observations? What do you think will have a lasting impact after this pandemic?
So as all of you may know, retail is a big sector in the United States. About 65 to 70% of our economy, the entire economy in US, is retail. And retail has been seeing challenging signs going back probably about 8 to 10 years ago. One of our great customers, very sadly, a company called Pier 1 Imports, filed bankruptcy first. It's called Protection, and then the COVID-19 happened. So this pandemic, I think, was like they say, the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back. Because now most of us are confined in our respective homes, at least we were for the months of April and May. So now what's happened in the US, we're seeing this. Every one of us here in the US can experience this. We see at least 1 or 2 packages outside our homes daily. We're ordering everything through the web. So that has changed. The only survivors that are there is the big box, as we call them here, the Walmarts, the Costco's of the world. Those actually, their business has exploded. So the larger stores are doing much better. They're surviving, their market cap has grown, their revenues have grown. But the smaller guys, the guys who have 2,000 square feet, 4,000 square feet, it's very sad to see they're all dying on the vine. Very, very sad. So that's a big shift. We are going to go completely into ordering stuff over the web. So I see great opportunities ahead. All of us here on this call are into what is called logistics. Logistics really is sort of the thing. Ultimately, we bring the goods to whoever the customer is, wherever the customer is, regardless. As Thomas said, the world is becoming smaller. There's no such thing as man's lands. It's just, we're all one big company, or one big sort of country. Now, the challenges that I see here is area of technology. If you think about it, we in logistics are the only business that is still in the 19th century. And you ask how? Well, we still are stuck on the PODs. We still need some documentation. We still need some original BOLs. We're not able to move as fast as many of the other tech companies. So we all as a group will have to, our trade associations will have to get to a point when if I can sign a contract virtually, why can't I not have? So a lot of things have to change. Each of us, as Thomas and Sumit touched upon, cash flow is going to be the king. I'll just share this on behalf of PGL. What happened to us here is when this pandemic happened, this is me personally, and my team knows what happened. I went in a total mayhem thinking, what if? The what if was a very bad scene. What if this continues? What if we PGL start cutting people, employees off? That is not acceptable to PGL. So we went out, and I think if we all do that, we started pushing our customers. And by the way, folks, I'm proud to say this, very unusual to share this. Our aging has never looked better. Repeat, never looked better. I think we all realized, and our customers understood when we called them, no, sir, paying in 60 days, not an option. Paying in 90, not an option. You got to pay in 45, pay in 50, pay in maybe 55, but not beyond 60. So in a way, I think we all have worked together, our customers, and they're pushing their customers. Ultimately, if we all paid each other in 30 days, none of us would need a accounts receivable team. Don't get me wrong, I don't remove jobs, but that's sort of our experience. And last but not the least, those of us who are in logistics will have to basically understand that we have our customers. So e-com, for instance, for PGL, e-commerce has exploded. We are very blessed and fortunate that we started e-com about 5 years ago, and our customers are, because of our vast footprint in US, is helping us some. So I see great opportunities ahead for us in logistics personally.
Thank you. Sumit, how about you? What are the changes that you believe will stay on after the pandemic?
As Thomas and Raj has already put forward a lot of pointers in that, one was, yes, a usage of more of technology in day-to-day work, which is supposed to come even more. And I would just like take a cue from Mr. Raj Shubhani's wording that, yes, logistic for certain reason, even though, yes, everything is done on the computers and everything, but still, we are still lagging behind a lot when it comes to the seamlessness of working. There are so many things that we still depend upon on physical and human interventions that needs to improve and which is expected to improve globally in the coming years. Apart from that, yes, financial awareness, the way, people are supposed to be healthy, and they need to do their health checkups every year. But at the same time, the companies have across the globe understood that a financial health checkup is also necessary, and people are going to be more aware about how they want to deal with and which kind of customers they need to understand. So even customer segmentation for every company will become a point to think about, that which kind of customers they need to add to their portfolio, and which are short-term customers and which are long-term customers which are going to really give you an edge in the long run. So that is something, these pointers are going to add up when a person is going to really think about his long-term business. At the same time, e-commerce, no doubt, has been the biggest winner in this pandemic, and it looks, maybe down the line of 5 to 10 years is going to explode even more, because people are not going to move out so easily nowadays, and things are going to get ordered online, as many things as possible. So that is one segment. Another segment is that, yes, pharmaceutical industry, which was anyways doing good, but their importance, the compliances, the need for making sure that you have the right team, the right infrastructure in hand, is going to increase further. So that segment furthermore is going to be added when it comes to the global logistics perspective. And just last point which I would like to add, as Mr. Thomas has also mentioned, a lot of new markets are going to open up. The way China was shutting down themselves in the beginning, it is the raw material factory for the entire globe. There's no doubt about it. A lot of people across the globe, a lot of manufacturing across the globe, including in India, they were waiting for raw materials to come in so that they can do their manufacturing. They can supply domestically, or they can export. So people across the globe are now being forced to look out for alternate options for resources, for raw materials. At the same time, they are going to start developing and identifying new markets for their businesses. So we can expect some new trade lanes to pick up. We can expect some new markets to really, come out of nowhere and become something that people will be interested to really invest in. So these are some changes which is on the, I would say, on the mindset as well as on the physical day-to-day business, which are going to remain for the longer period as of now.
Thank you, Sumit.